into social media specifically when I was working at DAB Canada. Their social media division had just started, and it was kind of at the forefront of social media agencies, so to speak. And what they would offer is at 10 a.m. every morning, you could go down. They would have a meeting and basically just discuss what was going on in the online world and offline, and talk about new technologies and emerging technologies, and that's how I got into it. I was down there every single day at 10 a.m. Interacting with the guys up there, and then finally they were like, you know what, why don't you come and work for us? And so I transitioned from DDB to Radar DDB, and kind of haven't looked back since.
Were you doing any blogging or any media?
I never prior to that I had never really done it. I tested out blogging, through Blogger and WordPress.org and whatnot, but never really gave it its full run. It wasn't until I would say, about 3 years ago maybe that I started to fully get into certain things, and I never really felt like I had anything that I wanted to say, and now I realize that it's not necessarily about always it doesn't always have to come from you. It's more an avenue to share other information, right? So I read an article the other day and I really liked it, so I'm going to share it with people on my blog. I think specifically with tourism, the great thing about it is that level of authenticity. Social media allows you to, in real time, experience other parts of the world and share it with people back home. It takes away a certain level of gloss, so you get to experience things for the way that they are, which, in my personal opinion, is often better. Rather than these kind of marketed, glossy photos, and when you get there and it never really looks the way that you thought it was going to look. Social media lends that authenticity to it, where you're there and you're able to experience it in real time and share that back with the people that are back home, and almost have them come along on the adventure with you. So yeah, I think the big thing is just the amount of content that's being created. The fact that anyone can go and take 100 photos and share them right away, or write a blog post about an area that they just have been to, and that kind of visceral feeling that you feel when you've just left a location or something like that, and then able to blog about it or create a quick little video clip or whatever. So the content in and of itself is exploding at an exponential rate, and I think that's beneficial because you get all these different perspectives of the same thing, right? So let's say I go to the Notre Dame or something like that, and I experience it a certain way, and somebody else experiences it a certain way, but we're both able to share that and have other people relate to it that might not have related to a marketing piece.